Let's give some solace to migrants who have returned to situations of debt and despair. Let's count the cost. It's not only wage theft. How many children will not have an education because their migrant parent does not have the wages, cannot remit money? How many houses will be sold because the mortgage on it cannot be paid, or for which they were hoping would be their house? How many people will not have health because the remittance that was being used for hospitalization and other things will not be there? So this is serious, and we got to take it seriously. And we have the infrastructure now. The question is, do we have the political will among ourselves to come together and take this forward?
If we don't actually get the issues around the rights of migrant workers with universal social protection, with inclusion of women, and of course, just transition, then we are not going to see a future that meets the test of SDG 8. And if migrant workers aren't part of that future, with all of the attendant rights and protections that we see in the labour protection law, then we can't rest.
It goes without saying that the universal adaptation of the employer pays principle across all industry sectors is a must, and we have to stand in for that in order to minimize abuse and exploitation. In other words, it's about making fair recruitment mainstream.
We have to recognize that on one side we have to finish some abusive practice, also the aspect related to fee the workers is unacceptable, and we want to be very clear on that. There should not be any kind of fee for workers, especially workers in vulnerable situations, to find a job. But also we need to recognize the importance of partnership with the private sector and private recruitment agency, and make a huge difference also at local level. We need to open better this channel of cooperation with the private sector and the private recruitment agencies.